yesterday what we did, so yesterday we just discussed about certain part of your given framework, right? So in case if the object is stored in the object repository, and then what you can do is you can just provide the logical name of that particular object, whatever the logical name we have provided in the shared repository. If that logical name is found, okay, so what it does exactly is our script, it will take this logical name for every keyword that whatever we have given, takes the logical name of the object, and in shared object repository, it will automatically search for this particular object by using this logical name, and then it will fetch the object hierarchy, right? So you don't need to write browser.page or something like that. So it will automatically get the object. So till here we have seen, but not all the time we will be using object repository. Sometimes we use we write the scripts without the object repository also. Then how do we write without object repository here? So normally we use descriptive programming. So when we are using descriptive programming, then what I'll do is here, okay, say txt username, I don't want to store it in object repository. Then what we'll do is here, we will use descriptive programming, and then we have created two columns like obj properties and obj property values. Then whatever the properties that I want to use here, I will provide the properties, HTML tag and the name. Then you can say input and txt username, something like that. Then if I provide the properties and values here, then it has to go to the object automatically, and then it has to fetch it. So it has to automatically get the object based on the properties that I give. But when you are giving like this, then you must have to give the parent object, under which parent it has to take this object. Is it the parent object is a frame object, or parent object is a page object, or parent object is something maybe browser or something. Then what we'll do, you can say here pg orange hr. So you have to provide the parent object, and then you need to provide the properties and values, so that it will go to the parent first, and then based on these properties and values, it will search for the object, and then it will take that object. Then how do we do it? So let's see now. This is the script that we have written yesterday, and let it get commented out. Okay. So now what I will do is here, first I will get the parent object. Str parent object name equal to OC dot is of, in which row it is right now, but later we will manage this. It is in 4th row, right? 4th row, comma, 3rd column. Is it the 3rd column? Yes. Okay, it is the 3rd column. So I am getting the logical name of the parent here. Then you can say host sheet dot value, or you can directly say just sheet dot of row number, comma, column number. Then next what we will do is we need to get the parent object first. So we need to get the parent object first. Then I will get the parent object here. Next. Okay. So whatever the logical name that I have given in 3rd column, nothing but parent object here, it will go and search. Obviously it as the page object. Then based on that I need to get the object, from this particular parent I need to get the object by using these two properties. So sometimes it's not mandatory that we have to use these properties every time. Sometimes we may use 3, or sometimes we may use 1 property also. Then if you are using one property, the property value doesn't contain the semicolon. If you are using multiple properties, then property values must be separated by semicolon. Each property should be separated by semicolon. Okay. Then, so what I am doing is str property values equals to str property values equals to oshi dot cells of you can say 4 comma, we need to change it actually 4 comma 4, right? Dot value, is it 4 or no? It should be 5, right? 5. So it is properties, not property values. Then you say str property values, you can say 4 comma 6, 4 comma 6. Then as specified, in fifth column it has got properties and the sixth column it has got property values. Then what I have to do is I need to verify whether property values are being given or not. If instr of str properties comma semicolon, you know what instr is doing here? What instr, why I am doing that instr? Any idea? Yeah, but why I am using semicolon there? Yeah, I might be using, okay, so you might have given more properties. Okay. So in case of if instr is not equal to 0, what you can do is str property collection equals to split of str properties comma semicolon. So I am splitting that all properties with semicolon and I am taking the collection. You can say str property values equals to split of str I'm getting the properties and the values. So now before I get that I design the object here. So what I have to do is I need to verify whether amount of properties are matching with amount of property values given. Sometimes what happens, we might have given 3 properties, but we might have given only 2 property values. So in that case, it may not be able to build the object. Now any idea how can we check whether amount of properties are same as amount of property values that whatever we have given? That's my question. So I need to check whether total amount of properties are given same as total amount of property values. How do we check it? Huh? It's very straightforward. Simple. Both you want should be same. Property values you want and property collection you want same. Both should be same, right? So if str property collection equal to you want of str property value collection. Both are same. Then we will build the object. Else, what you can do is report event fail set name, whatever the step that we execute, amount of properties are not matching with of property value. Or you can say if CLM exit on the value is equal to yes. So what I am doing, first I am checking if the number of properties and number of values. First what I am doing is here, I am checking whether a single property or multiple properties. If semicolon is found in the properties, then that means that multiple properties are given. Then what I am doing, I am splitting those properties and values by using semicolon. I am taking two collections, and here I am checking whether amount of properties and values both are same or not. If both are same, then I need to append all the properties. Then what I am doing is here, set is equals to description dot create. That's the description dot create. Then let me know if you don't understand this. It's very straightforward and simple. Equals to if both are set 0 to your bound of so you can use any U bound for this other because U bound is same for both here. So it's not like you have to use the STR property collection. You can also use STR property value collection because U bound is same for both. STR property name equals to STR property value equals to then order dot add STR. This is what I am doing here. I am looking through first property to last property. I am getting one by one property name and one by one property value. I am assigning the property name and property value to the description object. So all the properties whatever you have given there, all the properties will be appended to the dictionary object. That description object. So in case now this will be executed only when more properties are given. If more properties are not given only, this is not greater than 0. This is 0, that means semicolon is not there. So in that case what we will do is, so since you have given only one property, we can directly specify what I am doing here. So in case, if semicolon is there, you split it, properties and values, and check whether both the amount of properties and amount of property values same or not. Loop to first property to last property, take each property name and value, assign each property name and value to the description. Otherwise, if semicolon is not there, then come to the else here. So that means semicolon is not there in both, single property only given. So STR props and STR property values are single value. So I am directly assigning that property and property value to the dictionary object. Okay. So not dictionary object, description object. Then you can say set OBJ collection equals to O parent, whatever the parent it is. We have defined the parent object here. O parent dot tail objects of whatever the description. description object that we have created, right? So for the same description object, you are adding the properties and values. Then you are getting the child objects, right? Then what you can do is if obj collection dot count is equal to 1, okay, then you can say o test object equals to obj collection of 0. If only one object is there, then obviously it will be 0, first object. Else obj collection dot count is greater than 1. If it is greater than 1, then you write a report saying that if str step name more than one object is matching with given object. Okay. So if it is count, so if it is not 1, if it is not greater than 1, obviously it will be no object is identified. If ELN on failure equals to true and ELN exit on fail equal to true. If both are true, then what you can do is use exit run. Okay, so next what you can do is as of now I is 4. Again, the properties here. I'm using 2 three properties, and let's see whether this will work or not. So what I will do is for giving only two properties. Class is library and HTML tag is object required or test object. It is not done right. Now go to view, last and results. More than one object is but so if you give normal properties, you will do the object. So this is by using descriptive programming. Okay. So what you do now is this is one object again. Function get object by db or something. Okay, then you have to give the co-parent object as an input. So function returns that particular object. So now I have created one more object here. Then store this in object repository. Okay, so if this is not equals to NA, not equal to NA, or str object logical name equals to NA. So if they have given object logical name as NP or NA, then you get the object by logical name. It should not be empty. And it should not be NA. Okay, so if it is empty and if it is not NA, still that condition will be failed. not equal to NA, and if it is empty parent object, the logical name is empty. Let's see what I am doing this. I am doing as O test object, but parent we have to get right. Set O parent equal to your parent logical name equals to here parent logical name equals to where we have given the parent logical name under third column is it? Third column we have given parent logical name I comma d dot value. So now get object by logical name. First we are getting the parent object here by using parent object logical name. From that parent you need to get that. So these properties and values you have to get them. Property values and property value collection. So this should be global variables. Then this also should be global variable. Where we have given property value collection, 11th column, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is property collection nothing but property values. Just wait, let's see whether this will work or not. MS txt. Okay. Button also I will not write it down. Sorry, repository class HTML tag HTML ID. So the class is input button comma HTML tag is an input comma button is name is or ID is login. So I am writing these objects. Then wait for welcome. Then we will set basic RMHRM. Then link also link class and comma HTML ID. Then also link comma HTML ID is welcome. So some objects are managing through descriptive, some objects are going through the repository. See whether it will work or not. Well, yes, HTML ID is let it be one object. That object will not be identified, right? It has to give me error message saying that that object is not identified. all the keywords to be executed. We're already using it. Sorry, we forgot to do it. Invalid procedure. STR properties and values. There's something wrong with it. We actually STR props is a global variable, not the STR property bar collection. So should be STR props. We will debug that. We have to debug this. So it looks a little complex for you. Then we will debug it. So property bars. Yeah. Okay. A button will not be identified, right? Because property value you have given wrong. Then you can say last run results. Then it says that no object is matching with the given properties. Okay, then you come here. You open it. Sometimes actually Excel is not closing it here. We have to manage this next. Come to the Excel wherever we have used, where we have used D, DFP, learning, and then this keyword. Then you come here, and then close browsers have been executed. Enter the password. You can see we click on login button, and then it should click on clear English, add employee, and then it will enter the last name. Because first name we said as that's it. Right? Okay. So now what I have to do is probably I need to store the sorry, I need to perform more actions now. Okay, I need to perform more actions. Now assume that application is not available. Okay, so application is not available for me. So you will see the real advantage now. So assume application is down. Okay, so application is down. Then what I will do is we'll create more keywords. So far we have keywords for clicking on a link and entering text into the edit field, or validating for an object, or clicking on a button. So only this that we have right now, or navigation to perform the navigation. So synchronization, for synchronization we have that. Okay. So next what I'll do is I'll create one more keyword, say function select value from list. Okay. Then if test object dot exist. Okay, if the object test object will be web list now. Then if test object dot get our property of disabled equals to 0. If disabled equals to 0, then what I do is int total items equals to your value select equals to your input 1. We will be getting it to str input 1. Then total items. First I need to verify whether this value is there in the drop down or not, and then I need to select it. So into total items equals to test object. How do you get how many items are there in a drop down? Any idea? Get our property of items count. Okay. So for I equals to, or let me say item number equals to yeah 1 2 total items. Okay, looking through 1 to total items. Then str actual item name equals to test object dot get item. You know what is mean by get item method? Normally get item method is used to retrieve the name of the item from the web list. Okay, if I have 10 items, now assume that I have a country list. When I have country list, then the question is like this: I want to get one by one item name. Then what you do is first you get how many items are there. How do you know how many items are there in a web list? By using get our property of items count. So when you say get our property of items count, then it will include how many items. How many item is nothing but one value in the drop down. So if you look at this application here, it's already logged out. Okay. So if we have assume that I have a month list, so it will be like okay, from January to December we will be having January, February and all. So how many items will be there? 12 items, because 12 months are there, 12 items will be there, right? So that is the items count. So it will, when you say get our property of items count, it will return 12 because 12 values are there. Then what we do is now loop through 1 to the 12. How many items are there? If you say that get item of that I, first I value will be 1. Get item of 1. That means first value it will get January. Item of 2. Then February. Get item of 3. March. Like that it will get 1 by 1. So get item is used to get the item value from a drop down based on the number that you provided. Remember, item number must be starting from 1 here, not from 0. Then you specify item number. Okay, get item of item number. So whatever the value that you are retrieving here is matching with the value to be selected. Use case of remove actual item name equal to use case of remove okay. Then what can I do here? So here item name equals to both are matching. You need to select, right? Just object dot select of whatever the item which is matching, then you can use that. So what I am doing in this logic, first I am getting total number of values. How many values are there? Looping from first to last value, getting one by one item value, and then I am comparing if item value is matching with expected value. Then I am selecting that particular value, whatever is matching. Then I will say DLN item found, the initial value of item found is false. Then as soon as it matches, then you say it as true. Exit. Then after completing the loop, if item found is remain false, then and use case of DLN exit on failure equal to yes. Yes, then you can say exit that. Else, so this else is for this if that object is disabled, then what you can do is or you have to write a report before you come out of the loop. You have to write report event big fail comma str step name comma no value is found with event name in the drop down list. Okay, and then write a payload report and stop it. Then next, in case if it is else, again if DLNX exit on payload. If yes or no, payload, but exit run should execute only when it is on, when it is failed. Then step name. So if it is disabled, then what you can do here? Drop down list is disabled. Unable to select the value. Then this else is for exist. If it is not exist, then you can say list does not exist or could not be found. Okay. Then in case if the value is given empty, value is not empty, then you execute this. If the value is empty, if the value input must not be empty. Okay, if it is not empty, then you check for the value and select it. If it is empty, directly write a payload report saying that empty input is provided, unable to select the value. So I'm writing the complete error handling techniques and all, like almost for everything we are validating the preconditions. Like okay, so when I want to select a value from a drop down, the input must be provided, a valid input must be provided, and object drop down must be exist first. That web list should exist in the application, and it should be enabled. Then only I will be able to select, and that item should be there in the that value whatever I want to do. That value must be there in the list box. Then only you select the value. Otherwise, don't select the value. Keep it in. Okay. Then next. So application is not available as of now. Then what I can do is this step should be executed. Select location. Select location. Okay. Then what is the keyword that we have created here? Select value from list. Then so this is the parent object, and then I'm saying make class comma HTML ID I'm giving. So make class as web list, and HTML ID is location is the HTML ID. Then ID to be selected is I'll say Indian Development Center. This is the value that needs to be selected. Then this step should be executed. Then click on save button. See, no application is available as of now, and I'm still writing the script. But okay, properties I'm guessing and I'm giving as of now. But once the application is up, then you can change the properties and the values here. Okay. Then you can say click button. So you need to click on the button. Then with class comma HTML ID. Then HTML ID is it save or btn save? Btn save. Then if this if that step fails, just execute. Then you can say wait while page is loading. Then you can say sync page. Then this should be okay. So you are waiting for this page. It has to wait while that page is loading. Exit on failure, no, and steps will be executed as this. Then I need to check whether employee is created or not. Then check employee is created. Then you can say check for object. So you need to check for that personal details web element will come into that, right? Then you can say parent object is there in HRM. Then which object you need to wait for? Make class and HTML in that text. Then web element comma in the text is personal details, right? That is the element which comes. Yes. Now without application I could write some of the steps, see whether these steps will be executed or not. That is one of the advantages of the descriptive programming as well. Even the application is not available, you can still write the scripts, but later you can update the property values. Click on add employee, and then you have to enter the first name, last name, and then it has to select the let's see, view last and results, and then select location, and no value is found with the given name in the drop down list. Okay. Let me close the Excel process. And what is the value that we have given here? Select location, Indian Development Center. Actually, that value is not there. Then what you can say, New York sales office. Okay, so New York, is the spelling right? New York sales office. You can write more detailed report if you want. Okay, so you can say no value is no value is found, and given value is that str input one. So like that you can provide more detailed report also. You can see. Then click the save button. Then it will validate the personal details web element also. Then look at the report. It's failed. The reason why, because select location, no value is found with the given name in the drop down list. Actually, it is selected. Yeah, there could be some more than one object is matching with the given properties. Okay, so let it click on now. Also, why we'll look at why that select location is failing. What is the keyword? Select value from a list. Okay. See here, this fail should be coming only when item is found is false, right? Logical mistake. Now it's even the value of the is okay. Now with personal details, it is matching with the more tools of this way. Let's see any other properties can help us. We can do this. Say HTML tag. Okay. click on save button. Wait. View last results. It's passing. Right? It's executed. Okay, let's continue further. Okay, so I don't want to change anything in the script here. Okay, so I don't want anything to be changed. So what I'll do is now I will use this. Okay, I will use some object repository or anything. Then I don't want to change anything in the script. I don't want to write the script at all. But the minimum, I have only minimal knowledge. What is the knowledge I have is I know how to update the text. So I got trained in that keyword structure. So how to update the keyword. I know how many functions I have created. And I know how to update the object repository. That's what I know. I don't know about scripting at all in the ERP. So now what I will do is first, okay, I will. I know how to add the object, right? So whatever the object that I want to work with, and then I will add the object to the repository. Then where is that edit? Let's come here. It's a BTN editor. Okay. So then what I'm doing now is instead of writing the script, I'm not opening the script and all. Okay. So click on edit button. Then you can say click button. Then you can say BTN editor. Then you don't need to give the properties and values. Then S to be executed. Then I have to maybe I have to. We are not given to select the radio button. I have not given it. Then that is not the probably I need to select the nationality. Then you can say select nationality. Then you can say click. But sorry, you have a select value from list. Then I'm going through descriptive programming. Then what I will do here, use object spy and spy on this particular object. Then you can specify HTML ID, right? Then you can say with class, comma HTML ID. Then with class is web list, comma HTML ID is this. Then what is the nationality that you want to select? Then you should know the list. Then I want to select nationality as Indian. So Indian is says Indian. Then you say exit and failure. No, I don't want, because that step, even though that step fails, it will not give me any impact. That step has to be executed. Then after that, click on save button. Okay. Then you can say click button. Easy. Sorry. So you can say, because save button is quite common everywhere that you will be getting. Then save is already there, right? The save button is already there in the repository. Just give the logical name as save. Then yes, this. Then once it is saved, that okay. So wait till the page is loading. Then you can say wait. Then you can say do that. No. Then I need to log out. Click on welcome link for logout. Then click link. Then where it is, area or I have already stored this in the repository. Right? So you have LNK welcome and you have logout. already stored. Then you can say okay, welcome. Yes. Okay. You can say click on logout link. You can say click link. Then our login name is logout without given. Then we can say this. Okay. So I have written some steps like this. Then I need to close the browsers. Then all the browsers have to be closed. Once the script is executed, all the browsers should be closed. Okay. So then you can see I have not done any change in the script. Okay. Good. So click on save button. So click on edit button. Then security has selected nationality. Then click on save. Then click on logout link. Then it should close the browser, but actually it is syncing. It is waiting till that gets synchronized completely. Wait for some time. You can see those steps have been executed. I have not got any change in the script. Now assume that okay, so there is now I have written some piece of code, right? I have got some update in the script. That means okay, so one or two objects, new objects have been introduced. Okay, so one or two objects have been introduced now. Then let's see here where those objects are being introduced. After entering the personal details, right? Okay, so after entering personal details, let me select the employee. Any of the employee you can select here. Then, okay, just assume that I need to select the marital status here. But this object has come new. Okay, so I don't want to update my. It should be minimal change in the script. Then what I will do is I'll come to the keyword here. Then where this step have to be introduced, sorry, updated after selecting the nationality. Then what I will do here, right click and click on insert. Then I can say select marital status. Then select the value from list. This is the parent. Then you can say class gamma HTML ID. Then you can say your list comma what you can do, since I don't know the property, but I should know about at least minimal knowledge how to use objects. By at least we should have that this one. So you can say this. Then what is the value that needs to be selected? Unmarried. Okay, so I have to select single, not unmarried. It is single. I need to select. Okay. So, okay. So one more step. So no, I have not done any change in the script at all. This is the keyword driven framework. Okay, so if any new step has been introduced or if any step not to be executed or need to be removed, no change in the script at all. So any change I will go to the Excel file and then we can implement here. So what's the difference that we found between the previous framework and current framework? In previous frameworks, then we were able to parameterize the test data and we were able to execute with any set of data. And but remaining flow of the execution, like what steps need to be executed and all, are constant. In case if any change required, then what you supposed to do is you can see that matter status also selected here, right? So in case if any of the steps need to be executed earlier, then we were closing browsers had got some problem. That's okay. Browser has been closed already. After logout, it is somehow it is closing. Then that's okay. So in case earlier, if any change was required, then we have to go to the script and then we need to understand which line we need to change. Then we have to update after that particular line, right? But now, see here, if there are any changes in the application, if new objects have been introduced, or if the application also not available, if application is not available also, then I'm still able to write the scripts. And I don't need to have, without having any scripting knowledge. Do I need to have any scripting knowledge to update that Excel? No, I should get trained only on that Excel. I should get trained on structure of that Excel, and I should know how to use the objects file. Nothing more than that I need. Right? So anybody can do the update. So in case new object has been introduced, I don't need to come to the script at all. So I need to go. I can go to the application. Sorry, I can go to the Excel and then I can insert a new line and then I can add the step. But what I can do is, in case if the application is not available, I can provide some properties and values by assumption. By assumption, I can give some properties and values. Okay, just by thinking. Then once that application is available, I can replace with original properties and values. So it will save a lot of time for me, first thing. Second thing is, even application is not available, I am still able to write. Okay. So that as soon as the application is released, only thing I can do is, I can check whether object properties are same or not. That's it, I can check. Okay. Remaining thing is, okay. And also, another thing is, even though you don't have the scripting knowledge much, but still you can write the piece of code. You can still write the code here. Right? So this is keyword driven framework. Excel. Okay. But one of the drawbacks with this is, see that inputs and all, we are not able to create too many rows. If you want to set this flow with 5 sets or 6 sets of data, then this doesn't support. This is one of the drawbacks of keyword driven framework. Second drawback is, see that implementation is little tricky. It takes a lot of time. It requires a lot of functions, a lot of keywords that you need to invent. But there are only minimal events that we are performing. If you are performing a lot of events, there are a lot of class objects have come, different classes have all come. Then for each class of object, we may need to perform different actions. Depends on the situation. For each and every action or every event that you perform, one keyword is required mandatorily. So, lot of keywords will be created. We need to remember the keywords properly. That is another drawback or limitation. It is not drawback, it's a limitation of the keyword driven framework. Okay. So now, same, I don't need to create one more script. For same script, I can use for any test case. But only thing now, I can change the sheet. In a different sheet, different flow of keywords, I will write. So according to the flow, whatever I write in second sheet, script will be executed in the same way. You don't need to write any code now. Only Excel you need to make. If you get this kind of framework, then it will be easy for everybody to write the code. So it will accelerate your scripting also. Scripting will be very fast even. Right? So this is keyword driven framework. Okay.